Hi, it's Elder. This keyboard costs almost as much as a regular iPad. It weighs more than the iPad Pro I'm using it with, and it comes with some real limitations. Still, I'm using it every day at home, coffee shops, co-working spaces, and even here outside in the mountains. So in this video, I want to share what it's like living with it long term and whether I still think it's worth its hefty price tag. The biggest thing for me is the typing experience. It feels very close to a laptop keyboard. And I'm using the 11-inch version, which is slightly tighter than the 13-inch model, and the larger one is basically identical to a MacBook keyboard. But honestly, I feel very comfortable on this smaller version as well. And after a few days, I stopped thinking about it completely, which is probably the best compliment you can give a keyboard. Another big advantage is the smart connector. There is no Bluetooth, no pairing, no charging the keyboard itself. You just attach it and it works instantly, and that simplicity removes a lot of friction in daily use. At the same time, this design comes with a few trade-offs. The keyboard doesn't have its own battery, so backlighting uses the iPad's battery. It's not dramatic, but during longer sessions, especially at night, you might notice a bit more drain. In my experience, when working with iPad Pro, this Magic Keyboard at night, I get about 5 to 8% less battery life, and some people report impacts of over 10%. I don't know what number is correct, but it's safe to say that at least 5% will be the impact of using the Magic Keyboard with your iPad. Also, you can't detach the keyboard and place it somewhere else. You can't put the iPad on a stand, for example, and keep the keyboard in front of you, like you could if you use a Bluetooth setup. And that affects flexibility, especially when I want to have a more ergonomic setup to avoid the neck pain during long work sessions. At the same time, the extra USB-C port is super useful. I know it's only for charging, but it frees up the main port for other things, storage, microphone, or something like a portable monitor. And that small change makes the iPad feel much more capable as a workstation without using any dongles or adapters. I also like how easy it is to clean. My white keyboard gets dirty because I use it everywhere, but a regular wet tissue cleans it surprisingly well. There's also the question of protection or lack of it. The keyboard covers the front and back, but the sides of the iPad remains exposed, and if you move around a lot like I do, that's something you need to keep in mind. Also, I can still attach the Apple Pencil magnetically, which is nice, but the keyboard doesn't protect it at all. So when it's in the backpack, it's pretty easy for the pencil to get knocked off without me noticing. Weight is another interesting one. The 11-inch iPad Pro weighs much less than the Magic Keyboard for this iPad. The combination of two still feels much more portable and effortless to take with me compared to a MacBook, but if you have 13-inch iPad with a keyboard, it will start to feel similar to a laptop. And then of course there's the price. It's still one of the most expensive iPad accessories you can get, which means every compromise feels more noticeable. But overall, I really like this keyboard. It makes the iPad feel more focused as a work device. Typing is great, the extra USB-C port is useful, and I like the simplicity of the smart connector. But you need to keep in mind that when you use this keyboard, you are committing to a specific way of using the iPad. I'm curious, how do you feel about this keyboard? Do you prefer this integrated approach or a separate Bluetooth keyboard setup? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week.